Hey guys, on this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to use the ride cymbal and go back and forth between the ride and the hi-hat. It's going to bring a new level to playing in your drumming. That's all in this episode of Everything 101. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Everything 101. So this is drum lesson number 2. In the last episode, I taught you how to do a very basic drum beat. And now what we want to do is start kind of modifying that, adding to it, making it better, that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to start doing in this episode. Now I want to introduce you to the ride cymbal. The ride cymbal pretty much works exactly like the hi-hat that I showed you in the first video. But some people use the ride cymbal instead of the hi-hat because it sounds a little different and it gives a little bit different feel to the drum beat. So people will go back and forth. They'll be playing with a hi-hat and then they'll go back to the ride and play that instead. Like sometimes they'll do it on the chorus or the bridge, you know, a different part of the song to provide a different kind of sound. All right, first thing I want to do is tell you that I'm playing a different kit than I was in the first video. I'm using a Roland V-drum set right now, and just kind of give you the breakdown. You know, I've got right here, I've got my snare. Okay, same place as it was in the other kit. I've got my hi-hat pedal down below, and right here is my hi-hat. Okay. So a lot of times you'll see the hi-hat, you know, it's a cymbal like this, but on this particular kit, there you go. It functions exactly the same. And if I want to get that open feel, I just open my pedal. Okay, same thing, just like a real one. All right, then I've got 3 mounted toms right here. First one, second one, and then this would be my floor tom. Sometimes it's down here on a regular drum kit. So I've got my 3 toms in a row. All right, now this cymbal right here is a crash. That is sometimes, the crash is sometimes here, you'll sometimes see them here, or a splash. And then over here, I've got my ride cymbal. It's usually a cymbal right there on a normal drum kit. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and start jumping into how to go back and forth between the ride cymbal and the hi-hat. So just as a quick little review, the drum beat that we learned, the very basic drum beat, does a kick on 1 and 3, a snare on 2 and 4, and the hi-hat is doing 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's just do a quick little review of that. All right, there you go. Basic drum beat. Now you can speed that up, you can slow it down. It's in so many songs, it's not even funny. But that drum beat is just used in music everywhere. All kinds of music, all styles. All right, that's a very standard drum beat. Now, one of the things I want to do is switch to the ride cymbal without really missing a beat. Okay, so I'm going to slow it down and just watch how we do this. All right, so you see I'm playing it exactly the same way as I do the hi-hat. Same beat, everything. Nothing is changing except I'm just hitting a different cymbal other than the hi-hat. Okay, so the basic drum beat is going to be the same. All right, now let's just do the whole drum beat together and switch over to the ride cymbal. Okay, here we go. Now, first thing you need to do is practice that drum beat, switching over to the ride, switching back to the hi-hat. I was doing about 2 measures each, switching back and forth. Get it down, do that until you can get it down so that you're not missing a beat. You're not slowing down, you're not speeding up anything. Now, I also want to recommend highly that you practice with a metronome. Now, if you don't know what a metronome is, just go to the App Store and look up metronome. Metronome is just a device that keeps the beat. Now, you can buy these, you can buy actual metronome devices. You can also just download an app. It's very easy to do. Put your headphones in and just start practicing with a metronome. Set it at 80 or 90 beats per minute and then start playing with it. The metronome is going to wake you up to some things that you don't realize you're doing. Sometimes when we start out or when we're drumming, we don't realize that we're slowing down or we don't realize that we're speeding up. And so the metronome, the more you practice with it, the more it trains your brain to lock in to that speed and keep it without slowing down or speeding up. All right, so practice with a metronome. Go back and forth between hi-hat and the ride. Okay, now I want to talk about crash cymbals. All right, we got a nice little crash cymbal here. Okay, now, again, you're going to have crashes here, crashes there. It depends on the drum set that you're playing. All right, now, what I want to do is kind of just give you a feel of where crashes come. Crashes come in whenever you're wanting to emphasize a part of the song. Maybe you're coming out of the verse and you're building, and then you're going into the chorus of the song. Or maybe you're coming out of the chorus of the song, or maybe going into the bridge. That crash emphasizes things. A lot of times your crash cymbal is going to be on beat 1, on count 1. If you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of times it's going to be on count 1. All right. So what I want you to do is practice going about 4 measures. That's counting to 4 times. And then on the next 1 beat, crash. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you. We're going to be going on the hi-hat or the ride, and then when we get to 1, we're going to crash and immediately back without missing a beat. Let's slow it down. Now you see, I counted to 4 times. And then I crashed on 1 and I was back without missing a beat. Okay, I didn't go and then reset and then like this. It was, didn't miss a beat. Okay, now let's put it with the drum beat. Okay, so I'm going to 4 times. Now you can do your own thing. It's your drum kit, it's your imagination, it's your musical talent, whatever. You can do it however you want to. You can go 1 measure and then crash. You can go 2 measures and crash, whatever you want to do. But get it used to crashing and right back. Okay, so now I'm going to do a drum beat. I'm going to go back and forth between the hi-hat and the ride. And then I'm going to throw a crash in every once in a while, okay? It may not be every 4 measures. I'm going to just throw some crashes in, okay? Here we go. All right, there you go. So practice 3 things. The drum beat that we learned in the first video, keep practicing it until you get it down really well. Practice going back and forth between the hi-hat and the ride, and practice throwing crash cymbals in every once in a while on a count 1. All right, and of course eventually you'll get to where you're doing things in syncopated rhythms and really cool stuff. Right now, try to get it down. This is training your brain to really keep a solid, steady beat for an extended amount of time. All right, my friends, we're going to be getting into some fills coming up very soon, and a lot of other great things on our drum lessons. So stay tuned, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would sure appreciate it. And hit those notification bell, and give me a like and all kinds of things. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I wish for you and all your family and friends peace and blessings, and I'll see you soon on the next episode.